Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. You know, in Montana, a few things stir our passions like our wildlife. Too often these days, when we hear about the Endangered Species Act, it seems like it's at the center of controversy. And today we're here to celebrate an ESA success story. Now I'd like to introduce Dan Ash, the Director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, who will talk about a project that we've been working together on.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has been reviewing the status of the upper Missouri River Arctic grayling to determine if this population requires federal protection under the Endangered Species Act. And I'm pleased to be here today to announce that ESA protection is not warranted at this time. The reasons are simple: habitat quality, population trends, and genetic diversity are stable and increasing for most Montana Arctic grayling populations. These positive changes are largely from the partnerships that have been developed, and especially private landowners.
The decision handed down by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is welcomed by big old ranchers, and I'd like to tell you why. The key word, I think, is change. Change seems to always come with a price tag. I'm not saying that change is wrong, I'm just saying that sometimes change can be expensive. 90% of Arctic grayling habitat is on private lands in the Big Old Valley. So in order for ranchers to address the threats to Arctic grayling, we had to change the way we feed. We had to change the way we irrigate, the times we irrigate, and sometimes the amount of water we use to irrigate. A few months ago, I was talking to some ranchers. I asked the question, how are you going to feel if the Arctic grayling is listed as endangered? Their response across the board was pretty much, we're worried. We're worried because we don't know what else we can do. This non-warranted decision instills confidence in the landowner and a sense of pride that the sacrifices they've made have made a difference. For nearly a decade, we put our trust in the state and federal agencies, and this decision makes that foundation of trust even stronger. I realize that the decision made was based on scientific fact. That's been preached to us for 9 years at every meeting, whether it's formal or at the house. However, inside of that science and inside of all the project tours that we've been on and inside of all the conversations that we've had, I think the tables have turned and you've decided to trust us. And by us, I'm not just talking about the landowner. I'm talking about the state of Montana and our great leaders. I thank you very much for making that decision and putting your trust in us. So I think we should celebrate tonight, have some food, drink a beer, maybe have a glass of wine, and give toast to the Arctic grayling. But after the celebration tomorrow, I think we need to roll up our sleeves and go back to work. This decision is not the end of anything. It's not even the middle. This decision is the beginning, and it's the beginning of a brighter future for the Montana Arctic grayling. Thank you.